Have you ever thought about the invisible price of a fight? Sometimes, winning doesn't mean walking away. It means losing something that never comes back. And that's exactly what happened with Gohan in the Tournament of Power in Dragon Ball Super. A battle remembered not only for the blows exchanged, but for the weight of every decision, every sacrifice he made to keep Universe 7 alive. Since childhood, Gohan has always carried an internal dilemma. He wasn't just Goku's son, nor just a student dreaming of a peaceful life. He was both, torn between the peace he longed for and the uncontrollable fire that ignited whenever someone threatened his friends and family. In the Tournament of Power, that dilemma reached its peak. There was no room for hesitation. Every mistake meant not just one life lost, but the end of an entire universe. On that colossal stage, surrounded by warriors from across existence, Gohan showed he didn't need to be the strongest to be the most decisive. He wasn't chasing glory or recognition. He simply wanted to hold on to the future of those he loved. The fight against Dyspo from Universe 11 was the perfect example of this. Dyspo's speed was almost impossible to follow, his movements like flashes of light, as if the arena itself were being split by lightning. Even with Frieza's help, restraining him seemed insane. But Gohan knew that to guarantee victory, he had to sacrifice himself, and that's exactly what he did. Before diving into that moment, let me pause quickly. Have you noticed how we, too, face small daily battles? Dust on the floor, dirt that always comes back. It might not be Dyspo, but it's still a fight. That's where the iRobot Brava Jet M6 floor cleaning robot comes in. It cleans automatically, reaches those tricky corners, and leaves your home spotless without you lifting a finger. It's almost like having an invisible ally ready to save you on the battlefield at home. Back to the tournament. Gohan realized he couldn't take Dyspo down alone, so he turned to something that had always been in his DNA: strategy. While Frieza restrained Dyspo's movements with his energy cages, Gohan moved in for the final strike. Not a strike of victory, but of sacrifice. He knew that once he leaped, there would be no turning back. And still, he went. The scene is brutal. Dyspo trapped, Frieza exhausted, and Gohan grappling the opponent with all his strength. In seconds, all three were eliminated. But in that moment, Gohan proved something greater than power. He proved character. He showed he was willing to give up his chance to shine for the survival of Universe 7. What's most striking is that Gohan didn't scream, didn't seek applause. His exit was silent, but heavy with meaning. In his expression, you could see he understood the importance of what he had done. He wasn't Goku, he wasn't Vegeta, he was Gohan, the warrior who doesn't seek fights, but who, when necessary, fights for what truly matters. That moment is also a metaphor for his whole life, always torn between the strength he inherited and the compassion that defined him. In the Tournament of Power, that duality found balance. He didn't need to be the hero who defeated the final enemy. He needed to be the hero who sacrificed himself so others could keep going. Gohan's sacrifice came at a cost. It cost him his place in the tournament. It cost him the spotlight fans longed to see in his ultimate form. But at the same time, that's exactly what made his role unforgettable. Because in Dragon Ball, it's not always the strongest punches that leave a mark. Sometimes, it's the silent courage, the kind that doesn't seek the spotlight, but changes the course of history. Gohan left the tournament as he always was, a symbol that true strength lies not only in the body, but in the choices we make. And every time we remember that fight, it becomes clear that, even without the champion's trophy, he was, in many ways, one of the greatest winners. So tell me, would you have the courage to leap into the abyss, giving up your own destiny, just to ensure the ones you love have one more chance to fight?